Hello everyone, I am Mr. Ashish Dattatreya Chaudhary, Assistant Professor of PPM's Maharishi Parshuram College of Engineering, Bhubaneswar. In our Power Engineering subject lecture series, we are going to study the steam generators. So in this lecture, we are going to study the steam generator mountings and accessories. So it is also called the boiler mountings and accessories. So mountings are the devices which are essential one for easy working of the boiler. This contains easy and safety working of the boiler. So this is called as mountings. And the accessories are the devices which is used to increase the effectiveness of boiler. Such devices are called accessories. So in that, first one is a water level indicator. So this is a water level indicator directly attached on shell of the boiler, vertical wall. Okay, this directly indicate how much water is available inside of the boiler. So here, so 1, 2 and 3 are the metal pipes, and at the front side the glass tube is used to indicate water available into the boiler. So this is directly shows how much level is available into the uh, boiler of the water. Okay. So here at the bottom there is some drain cock is used to drain out the water from the water level indicator, and at the bottom side of the pipe of this indicator there is a water cock to avoid the flow of water, and also at the top metal pipe we have provided one cock. This is called as a steam cock, so to on or off the steam flow into the water level indicator. So this is the main device which is always indicate how much water is available inside of the boiler. Next is a pressure gauge. So obviously in the boiler, when the thermal energy will be provided to the water, its steam will be generated, and we know that if temperature will be increased, obviously pressure of the steam is going to increase, and how much pressure is available into the shell of the boiler, it is directly indicated by the pressure gauge. Okay, so and this gauge is indicate the pressure above the atmospheric level. Okay, that means this is called as a gauge pressure. Now, so this pressure gauge is called as a Bourdon tube pressure gauge. So here you see elliptical uh, tube, elliptical spring loaded tube. So this is also called as a Bourdon tube. When steam is in contact with this tube, when it is filled with the steam, then it is going to elongate, and due to that there is a rack and pinion arrangement, and due to that pointer will be indicate how much pressure is available on the available into the steam. So according to that there is the scale will be calibrated. Okay. So this is about the pressure gauge. Now about the safety valves. So first one is lever safety valve. So function of the safety valve is to provide the steam pressure into the prevent the steam pressure in the boiler exceeding the desired rated pressure. Okay, if you see here, the here we have provided one lever. At the one side we have provided a dead weight, and there are the two fulcrums. This is a fulcrum and here is the bridge. When steam is in contact this wall, when pressure will be exceed according to the design condition, then uh, and over this dead weight, then what will happen, this wall will be lifted up and steam will be exit from the wall to the west, and when the desired pressure will be reached, then the wall will be closed. So this is about the lever safety valve. Now this is called as a dead weight safety valve. So this is the most elementary type of safety valve device. In this type of device, the steam pressure in upward direction is balanced by the downward force of the dead weights acting on this wall. So this is the wall and this is a dead weight. Okay. This type of device is used only on the stationary boilers. It is usually used on a Lancashire boilers or other type of low capacity boiler. So this is the dead weight safety valve. Now you see another safety valve, the spring loaded safety valve. So here, so in previous one is a lever safety valve. So similarly one here is a spring loaded safety valve. So steam is exposed to this U-type pipe, and here are the two valves. When pressure will be exceed above the spring load, then this valve will be lifted up and steam will be exhausted, and when it will reach to the desired pressure, then this valve becomes closed. So these here we have seen some uh, parts. Here this is the lever, then these are the walls, this is a spring, and this is a branch of the pipe. This is a wall seat and bottom is steam pipe. Okay. Now next one is high steam and low water safety wall. If you see here, so here is the wall, and with the wall some dead weight is attached, and the this wall is same is working as a previous one, dead weight safety wall. Okay. Along with this one, so here is one lever operated safety wall. This is combination of dead weight and lever operated safety wall. Along with that, it has provided one lever with a fulcrum, and at one end it has a attached with some balance load, and at other end it is attached with a float. This float is always available into the water. Then water level will be down, then this float will be in downward direction. It will apply some force in downward direction. That's why the lever will be shifted in at the right hand side, and then what will happen, the this pointer will be lifted up for this spindle, and due to the spindle this wall will be lifted up, and due to that the steam will be exhausted to the west, and according to that the water level will be managed by this wall. So that's why it has given name as a high steam and low water safety wall. When low water will be occurs, then obviously the steam will be, we need to exhaust this steam. So that's why this lever, this safety wall is used. Now about the junction wall. So junction wall is the wall placed directly on the boiler in order to regulate the steam supply from the boiler to steam pipe is called junction wall. So that is the position of the junction wall. So junction wall is placed on the boiler and it will be regulated the steam circulating into the steam pipe. Now about the stop wall. The wall used to regulate the steam supply from the steam pipe to the prime mover. So prime movers are generally steam engines and steam turbine. So these are the two different walls, similar walls which regulate the steam flow. Junction wall is placed at the boiler and it will be regulating the steam into the steam pipe, and stop wall will be regulate the steam from steam pipe to the prime mover. Okay. So this is the arrangement of junction wall. So this is the cast iron body of the junction wall. This is directly placed on the boiler. So from the boiler, steam will be in contact with this wall. So this is wall and this is the wall seat. And when if you see here the handle, so by regulating this handle, we will be regulate the steam flow to the steam pipe. Now about the feed check wall. So this is about the feed check wall. So this is directly used as NRV, that means non-return wall. It prevents the backflow of water from the boiler when the feed water pump is either not working or in case of its failure. Okay, so this is as a non-return wall. So water will be circulated from pump to this wall and from the wall to the boiler. So this is directly attached with the boiler. Now about the blow off cork. So blow off cork. So function of the blow down cork is to remove the sludge or sediments collected at the bottom most point in the water space in the boiler while the boiler is steaming. It is also used for complete draining of the boiler. Therefore, the device is placed on the blow down pipe when more than one boilers are working and they drain in the same waste pipeline, and isolating wall is necessary to prevent the discharge of one boiler from entering into the other one. Okay, so this is about the blow off cork. Now about the fusible plug. So about the fusible plug, so this is a cast iron body. So it is hexagonal flange and it is used with the gunmetal. So here this is the gunmetal, and it is also consists of the solid copper plug. So this is a fusible metal. So this is a fusible metal. Copper metal is also used as a fusible metal. Okay, now the function of this fusible plug is to protect the firebox crown plate or the fire tube from burning when the level of the water in the water shell falls abnormally low, and the fire tube or the crown plate normally submerged in the water gets exposed to the steam space, which may not be able to keep it cool. Okay, so what will happen when water level will be drastically low? Then this fusible plug is in contact with the steam, and this steam is not able to cool this fusible plug. Then what will happen? The fusible metal gets melt, and this will fall into the gun metal, and this will be choked into the gunmetal plug, and it will be avoid the burning of the tubes. And so this is about the fusible plug. Manhole. So this is provided at a suitable position on the boiler shell so that the man can enter into the boiler shell for inspection, maintenance and repairs. This hole is usually made in elliptical shape of the size convenient for a man to enter through this hole. This the opening is closed by steam tight cover. So this is the function of the manhole. So manhole will always provided at every boiler for the inspection, maintenance and repairs. Now the steam trap. The steam trap is used to collect and automatically drain away the water resulted from partial condensation of the steam without steam to escape. With this condensate through a wall, the, the wall after draining the condensate is closed. Okay, so some steam will be trapped, and due to this heat transfer, it will be condensed out, and that water will be collected by using this steam trap. Anti-priming pipe. It is attached. It is attached below the stop wall to avoid the water particles being carried away along with the steam. It has closed pipe with the closed ends of 1 meter and 2 meter length. The top side of the pipe has perforations. When the steam passes through it, due to inertia effect, the moisture of the steam falls into the pipe, and the steam with the reduced moisture passes into the stop wall. Okay, so this is about the anti-priming pipe. Now about the boiler accessories. So boiler accessories are the devices used to improve the performance and operation of the boilers are called the boiler accessories. The first one is the superheater. Okay, obviously whatever steam is generated into the boiler, that will be collected into the superheater, and this will be flow through the pipes again into the furnace or the in contact with the flue gases, then what will happen? The temperature of this steam will be increased. Obviously, it becomes a superheated steam. Okay. So this is some arrangement of the superheater. So this is bottom of the flue, and this is water level of the drum. So from that, steam will be flow through this main steam pipe, and first it is circulated into the superheater. So these are the headers, and through these tubes this steam will be flow, and then it is passed to the main steam pipe. Okay, so this is the superheater arrangement. Okay, now about the economizer. So economizer, this is the main essential device. So economizer is the device is to recover some of the heat from the heat carried away in the flue gases up the chimney and utilized for heating the feed water to the boiler. It is placed in the passage of the flue gases in between the exit from the boiler and entry to the chimney. By its use, fuel is economized and steaming rate is increased. Okay. So here we have seen some uh, pipe. So here the feed water will be heated by using a flue gases which is coming from the boiler. So here this the feed water will be taking it from the bottom, and that will be raised through the tubes. Okay. And during the flowing through the tubes, it will be absorb the heat which is coming from the flue gases, and then it is circulated to the feed water pipe. Okay, directly. So here some arrangement to remove the sedimentation of a flue gases or the carbon particle on the pipes. For that there is some arrangement. It is called as scrappers. Okay. So by using worm and wheel pulley, so this will be always is going to circle reciprocated one, and due to that, by scraper the carbon particles will be removed from the pipe. So it is used for enhancing the heat transfer rate from flue gases to the water. So this is about the economizer. Now about the air plate. So during burning of fuel, we always require air will be circulated into the furnace. When we previously heated the air, that will be increase the rate of burning of fuel. For that, air preheater will be used. So in that, again, some flue gases from the boiler will be used to increase the temperature of air which is circulated to the furnace. So here the flue gases will be taken from the top, and it will be moved in downward direction to the source, okay, or the flue gases to the chimney. So in the from the cold air will be flow through these passages, and during that flowing of passages, that air will be capture the heat from the hot flue gases, and that will be supplied to the furnaces. So this is about the air filter. That means economizer is used to increase the temperature of feed water, and air preheater is used to increase the temperature of air supplied to the furnace by using a exhaust flue gases from the boiler. Okay. So this is about the boiler mountings and accessory.